This is a house of learned doctor, sir.
No, you'd be surprised. I handle.
What's up, everybody?
Let's just hope they don't come out with a head like yours.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is 2 years.
Moron.
Old Franken forehead over there. Shut your fucking mouth.
Dude, have you seen this? Why don't you look at the size of your screen and see how much your head takes up in the picture?
That's because the fucking camera's close. You gotta sit far back with your fucking
normally,
house.
normally,
it's still taking up the whole picture, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
normally I would fucking totally agree with Jacob, but this time I have to disagree with you, bro. You do have.
I never said.
I'm gonna say a 7 7/8 fucking fitted.
8 1/4, dog.
That's
That's
7
8
3/4.
No fucking way. That's 7. I was 1/8 inch off.
Yeah.
So that right there.
I have a head that's big.
Dude,
Hey, Jacob, no offense, dude.
You have a fucking elongated head.
You ever seen in the comments? In the comments, it says, "I see TJ, I see Seth, I see Mark." And what is that? An aircraft carrier in there?
Yeah,
This kid puts on a 7 3/4 hat and jelly squeezes out the top, dude.
Everybody always sends me private messages asking if we're live from Bikini Bottom.
Yes, dog. So.
This big old fucking lunk of head ass motherfucker, man. Listen,
I
dude.
I got a long.
Dude. Jacob has got a fucking nugget on him, boy. You think he'd be smarter?
I'm one of those people. I'm like the Hispanic people that fucking can speak English but act like they can't. That's how I am.
I've always, and I'm going to one of these days. I'm going to learn how to speak Spanish. Like, I want to learn how to speak Spanish fluently so I can throw them motherfuckers off. Because there's the migrant workers around here. You know what I'm saying? So there's a bunch of migrant workers, and I know they're talking shit. You know what I mean? I know they're talking shit.
If you grew up in South Florida, you know enough to tell if they're talking about you.
No, man, if you learn Spanish, you can travel to like 2/3 of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go South America, Central. You can go anywhere you want in the world and be comfortable. You know?
Yeah.
I go to this barber, right, and they're all Spanish. One or two of them speak English. They're all old Latin men, and I just love going there, right?
Men?
I thought you were about to say
I just love old
like
Latin
that.
men.
Yes. So
That's my favorite.
I'm just sitting there getting my hair cut, and I hear
PLC.
these 2 or 3 of them are going back and forth. Finally, I just go, "Hey, I don't know much Spanish, but I know this." And the guy's like, "What?" I go, "That motherfucker's lying right now." And they just started laughing. Yeah, he's a fucking liar.
I used to, for a short time, I'd say, from like mid-September to like late November, I worked at an apple orchard on the peninsula over here. I was probably 18 or 19 or 20 years old. It was like just for a short time. And me and my best friend got hired in together. And we both got our own crew. Like he's like 20, 21, and I'm like 19 or 20, and we're in charge of these 2 migrant crews, you know what I mean? And I tell you what, dude, I've never had more fun with people than I did. Those fucking guys are so much fun out in those fields. They were hilarious, dude.
Oh yeah,
hilarious. This one dude, he's a real skinny Mexican kid, would like on the way back, you know, down the road, I'd be driving the tractor, and this motherfucker would stand up in a fucking wagon full of fucking pumpkins and pull his pants down around his ankles, and we're driving down a fucking a highway, like essentially like a state route. You know what I mean? This fucking dude, hilarious. Dudes were hilarious. And you know, I always admired, like, have you ever noticed that most of them, they always wear long sleeves and shit like that? That's to keep themselves, that, you know, that actually keeps you cooler.
Well, yeah, and they work out in the sun, so their arms don't look like mine all beat
When
up.
when I built high rises at form work, they all did, and so did I. I freaking wore freaking long sleeves, pants, boots.
So when you sweat, the
You pull like cool air on.
yeah. So the everything's all soaking wet, and you probably stick like a wet dog, but you're cooler.
Yeah, but guess what? You're eating rice and beans for lunch, and you're eating rice and beans for dinner,
May schedule.
and you're having
Right.
rice and beans for breakfast, and you living.
Shit, my May schedule's been full for fucking 2 weeks, 3 weeks almost.
Yeah, isn't your June?
People are getting mad at me because I'm like, yo, I got June open.
What's up,
They're
Will?
all mad and shit.
Why would they be mad about that?
Learn
Everyone
how to
wants
call a
June.
motherfucker back.
Well, dude, listen. That's what I tell them. They're like, you're booked all the way to June. I'm just like, yeah, man. That's just,
Do you ever just tell them, I'm like, I'm that good, that's why.
No, I don't really tell them that, but I'm just like, I never understand. Like, it's Windows, man. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I know, but like you should fuck with them a little bit. Sometimes that diffuses
I
the
only
anger,
book out 2
and
weeks
they're
at
not
a
gonna get
time.
what they want. It's
I
like,
mean,
Mom,
they're angry, but they just book in June. They are angry June people. You know what I mean?
that's the wildest thing ever. I've heard of angry April people, but not angry June people. Everyone wants June.
Angry June people. Yeah. It's
Like, dude, if you can't book June, you're half a fucking Momo. That's what I gotta tell you, dog. Like, you dumb. You dumb as fuck. You can't book any month, so see you later, dog.
I'm not too far into June, but I've got some dates, man. I got some dates. I mean, it's actually a lot worse
Filling
than what
them
I'm
in.
saying. It's actually a lot worse than what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's bad.
I'm sure that last week of June is looking pretty happy right now.
Yeah.
Same, dog. Same. Dog.
Ugh. Yeah.
I think my last week of June is already.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's looking pretty good. This third week in June is like already halfway booked. It's not even like May. Well, it is May right now, but yeah, it's looking rough. It's looking rough.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Like, any weather delays whatsoever are the end of the world. I want to die.
I told people I'm coming whether it's pouring.
I don't mind the getting backed up on houses because I can always stack houses. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. I could do 3 in and outs in a day. I could. You know what I mean? I don't want to, but I could. But why? So I kind of spread them out, and then I do have that. If somebody, like an older customer that I've had for a while, or a really good opportunity comes up. I have the I can I'll add, you know what I mean? If it's like, oh, I can get another one in on this day, whatever, but ooh.
Especially if it's close, like if you got like jobs that are like boom, 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 right down the street.
Well, you can stack them up, but commercial jobs, man, I mean, you got some leeway there. You know what I mean? With commercial stuff, you got a little bit of leeway. It just gets you jammed up, though. That's the only thing I don't like is getting jammed up.
Commercial for me is like, at this point, if you hadn't called me by now, it's like July or August, dog. Like, that's it. Like, you're not getting June. You're not getting June. June's my residential month.
Yeah.
You want July or August? I'm there. But June is residential for me. At least how I roll.
I try to do the same thing. Normally, I mean, I've got one commercial property that I got to do just because things worked out like that for them. But,
Yeah, I do one in the beginning of June every year. They book every year in like February, so I let them have it. You know.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do when pollen happens? Pollen's falling. The next 2 weeks is just, what is pollen? I don't know. For the last 100 years, pollen has happened and then it's gone. You ever had a car and it rains and then there's no more pollen on your car? That's your house. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Yeah. It drives me crazy.
You just have me come back and do them again.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to do them now. I want the end of June. Well, you and every other motherfucker wants the end of June, so you can have July or August.
You want the end of June? It's $500 more.
Yeah, I tell anybody who's under like.
There's only a few.
There's
I'll be honest with you, I kind of leave. Like, I normally don't book into like before the 4th, that little few days around there, I normally kind of leave those open. You know what I mean? Just because, so I could take advantage of desperate people.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting move.
Yeah, because there's always some desperate person ready to give you an obscene amount of money to do their windows before 4th of July. I can't find anybody else. Oh yeah, that's cool. You know what I mean?
But it's a good gamble though.
What's up,
I like
Chris
it.
McDonald?
You can double anything. A $500.
I'll be honest with you. By the end of June, normally for me, I've got. I mean, like, dude, I'm not bragging or nothing, but like, I've got probably close to. I think I'm maybe like $23.50 and fucking in my wallet right now, cash tips from April. Yeah.
That's a fucking insane tip.
Yeah.
I thought I did well today, like $130 in tips.
And I'll be honest, it's from like the last week of March till right now.
That's still really good. That's 5 weeks.
Yeah, dude. Like, and like, what's really cool is it's not just. I mean, I've done a lot of new customers, of course. You know what I mean. That's been helping that, but a lot of my older customers, for whatever reason, I don't know, man. Do I look like I'm dying or something?
You might be at the end of.
Do I look like I'm poor? Do I look like I'm poor? I don't know. I mean, maybe.
You look well fed.
I've never had anything like this happen. I've never had
it. So no.
Did you do you keep doing that trick you told me how to get a tip where you kind of look like you're having a little bit of a seizure as you're
yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't know what it is, man. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like, I've done a lot of this spring, a lot more house washes than I normally do. And I'll be honest, that's just, the reason why I haven't been shooting YouTube videos. Like, I'm just as busy as I am trying to keep up and stay on time. I don't have time to, like, set up a camera and let's do a video. You know what I mean? Like I'm actually, like, got, like, 4 or 5 jobs bid on a Saturday, which is, I don't like to do that.
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like, Saturdays are for, like, restaurant, like maybe work till noon type of shit. You know what I mean?
Good job, shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually got some fucking, every fucking Saturday in May, man. I don't know.
So why don't you bring one of the girls with you or somebody?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe. Or I can work by myself. That's tight, too.
Jen gonna get a sweet gift. Yeah, Jen might get some. I mean, what's weird is I buy Jennifer stuff on my birthday for her. That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
I'm a weird
because
guy.
you love her.
Jen's birthday. When's her birthday?
November.
Oh, yeah, her birthday is
November 27th. November 27th. She's like,
that's my dad's birthday.
And she's Thanksgiving. She's a fucking, she's a summer girl stuck with a fucking winter birthday. So I always try to do like extra for her, like around my birthday, so we can kind of celebrate together, because I feel bad for her. It sucks. You know what I mean? Like, November birthday, boo. Yeah. It's right. I mean, it falls on
shit for my birthday.
It falls on Thanksgiving so often. Her birthday. It sucks.
It gets crushed. But also, like, do you really like getting a bunch of shit for your birthday? I fucking hate it, man.
No, I don't either.
Well, Jennifer threw me that a few birthday parties. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. You know what I mean? So, but I don't like. Yeah, I'd rather not like get a bunch of things. I want Jennifer to buy me shit though. Like, Jennifer, no mercy, no mercy. I want her to shower me with gifts. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else, I don't care about.
Dude, I want to feel like a fancy girl. Come on.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Shit.
I told my wife this year, I told her, I go, I don't give a fuck about the last 6
Why don't
birthdays.
why don't you get online and buy me some underwear that my balls get like separate my balls from my dick. You know what I mean? Some fancy techno underwear or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is
got the one that's got elephant ears.
Go
so it
buy
looks
me
like
go buy me a fucking bucket of fucking indestructible fucking bungee straps or something. You know what I mean? Something, you know, any guy could use. You know what I mean? I've got these 2 bungee straps on my ladders right now that are fucking. You could see the rubber bands in. I keep telling myself, I'm like, man, I gotta grab some bungee straps. I'll go to the store and think like, hey, I'm gonna grab some bungee straps. Come out that bitch with some duct tape and like 16 penny nails and fucking some 1.5-inch PVC fucking. Oh my god, dude! Like,
do you know what you might like better, dude? The gear ties hold everything down.
Yeah, those are good. Yeah,
so easy.
What are they?
Gear ties.
Those are those little bendy things that everybody's got, and they're like
the metal.
Those
with the
things are
rubber.
fucking.
Electricians just use
Those
single
things are
strand.
gay.
Most electricians just use single strand.
I'm not. Is that what you use, Seth?
I don't. I use.
I used to use Romex.
You use gear ties, Seth?
I have the same gear.
I'm definitely not doing it then.
That's cool. You don't have to.
I'm definitely not. Now that I know that you do it, I'm out. I'm out on that.
Jacob's head on his neck. You know what I mean?
Oh man, that's fucked up, bro. It must be sweet to be perfect like Seth, right, Jacob?
I mean, it's pretty hard being me.
He uses those gear ties whenever he's running out of energy. He conducts electricity through the bolts in his neck.
Hey, do you hold on the squeegee? Like, do you tie the squeegee on like when you clean all them Burger Kings on?
Yeah, my 3-story Burger Kings. Yeah. Oh yeah, all the time.
Check.
Oh,
Do you still,
man.
or are you just like, nah, no more, dog?
Sorry, Burger Kings.
I do.
Fuck me.
You still crush them? I knew you.
I don't do.
What do
all
you
of them.
crush?
Actually, the general manager sent me a text message last week wanting me to go back to doing them all. We're supposed to like have a meeting. So
Oh yeah.
Said something about pressure washing and stuff too.
Oh.
So
That's a fucking bummer, dude. I feel bad for you.
that's gonna suck.
Yeah. Who wants to pressure wash all that?
Yeah, dumpster pads and like just sidewalks.
Fuck that.
Spray a bunch of grease around that shit and roll with your surface cleaner. That ain't that bad.
I've been doing all these house washes, you know what I mean? Like I do. And you know, not the Seth way, but the TJ way. And you know, it sucks. I don't like it.
What's the TJ way?
I like how you call it the Seth way. It's about 10,000 other pressure washers. Right
Well,
now.
I'm just saying the right way or the TJ way is what I'm trying to say. Is what I'm getting at.
You can also spend $10 and have
Yeah,
a downstream.
Listen. I'm just fucking listen. Like I said, the Seth way or the TJ way. I'm not saying my way is the right way. When I say the TJ way, that means it's probably suspect. There's a good chance it's suspect. You know what I mean? It'll get the job done.
I washed my own house last Friday.
For sure.
It's gonna get the job done, but you're gonna be using your back a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Tired as fuck. Fuck that. Dude.
You know what I mean?
I go, switch, I go.
I'm just doing what my grandfather told me.
Straight fucking SH on Friday on my house.
I'm just doing what my grandfather told me. You got to work with the Lord, with what the Lord gave me. You know.
A weak mind and a strong back.
A weak mind and a strong back. You
My dad
gotta just work with what you got. Weak mind, strong back.
Does that fucking midget motherfucker. Fuck my dad.
Right?
He doesn't know shit.
I want to say so. I'm not gonna get fucking too like deep into it, but because I don't know if this is private or not. But I remember Seth fucking called me one time so mad at his dad. He's like, "This motherfucker like totally shit on my fucking car, man."
Mad about that? I did get fucking unusually hammered.
Yeah.
And then I was fucking pissed. And my wife comes outside and I'm just listening to fucking Don Henley. I'm like, don't fucking interrupt me right now. It's like outside.
Fucking Don Henley.
We outside.
Fucking dickhead. Fuck this guy. And I'm still living my life like that. Motherfucker, dude, I called him to tell him everything. He was on the golf course. He's like, oh, that's cool, but I have to hit my next shot. I'm like, what a fucking dickhead, dude. Oh, next shot's in the grave, dummy. Like, dude,
Oh,
fuck
man.
you, son. I love my dad, but I love busting his balls too because he's a fucking dickhead.
I love the shit out of my dad, but
He
I'm
no,
going to bust
and I
his
don't mean
fucking
this in the wrong
balls.
way. When Mark says the weird shit that he says, I'm like, my dad says that too.
Yeah.
My dad,
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
like one of these fucking Orientals over here. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn it, Jeffrey.
The shit
Stop
my
saying-
dad says in public, like I'll walk away from him. I just walk like I don't even fucking know him. But I mean, dude, and this is the problem is I'll be standing in fucking like a random store in like fucking 3 counties over, and some dude will walk up to me like, "Hey man, you Haas's son?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah."
You look just like your fucking dad, though. That's crazy.
I tell him all the time. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm like, nope. It's like you sound just like nope. I don't even know who the fuck he is.
Fuck that guy is.
I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
A line, and he'll be like, "Hey, do you know what happens when you throw a penny in a synagogue?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up."
Dude, Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're literally in line to get ice cream. I'm like,
Just
dude, I know that's a funny
total-
joke, but be
Total
quiet.
pieces of shit. Mark Tanner, your dad, and my dad. Total
Mark's
pieces of
not a
shit.
piece of shit. Mark does.
Yes, Mark is.
No,
Dude, TJ, I probably spent.
He's nice to like possibly 10 strangers and his family. Everyone else, Mark is an asshole to.
Yeah.
Hey, at least your dad tries to tell jokes. My dad's just a blatant dickhead. Last time he did somewhere out loud.
I don't
He's
know,
like,
dude.
listen,
I don't think you've
look
ever
at
met
this
my dad.
Stupid motherfucker right here, and I'm like, what?
I'm gonna say this. I probably
you've never
spent
met my
3
dad.
hours around your father
Who's-
when I was in Ohio,
Oh, yeah.
and he is probably a bucket of laughs when it comes. Like I would laugh at that shit. You walk away. I fucking laugh.
Yeah, that makes sense, though. I mean, dude,
My
we were
dad
we're
is-
watching this kid struggle with change, and my dad goes, "Look at this fucking mongoloid." I was like, "Dude, shut the fuck up."
My dad.
Shit, my dad would say.
Hey,
My dad is a loose cannon.
I like your dad, though. I like him. I've seen a couple of
He's
videos.
he's a loose
No,
cannon,
he's a
man.
great guy to know.
No,
My
no,
dad
yeah,
definitely don't give a
yeah,
fuck.
He
yeah.
sucks, but it's your dad. That's
It's just like, man, bro.
gotta go.
I mean,
He's
I
your
love
dad.
you. Why do you make it so fucking difficult for me to love you? I don't understand why you have to be that way. You know what I mean? Because I gotta back your play no matter what he does. You know what I mean? I gotta be like, yeah, well. Unfortunately, that's yeah.
Let that happen. You gotta be like, all right, we're fighting.
Yeah, no, yeah. I guess this is what we're gonna have to do.
It's Miami, and I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
My dad is, but I will say, Mark said my dad is really fun. Even my mom, my mom was married to him. You know what I mean? And she'll say that. She'll at least say that about him. He's fun. My dad's a good time. I love my dad.
Gives that smile like, you son of a bitch. You know what I mean?
He's
Like,
fucking. Yeah,
you
he's.
son
Get
of a-
off my lawn!
Yeah.
No,
My
I'm
mama,
sure-
my mama always liked him. I mean, that motherfucker went like. I mean, we had a lot of disconnect in me and my dad's relationship, and my grandma, she'd see him out, she'd still give him a hug and shit. She still, you know what I mean? She loved the shit out of my dad. My dad's he's hard not to love, really. He makes it extremely difficult. He's a shitbird.
Mini Hoss, though. She
Huh?
doesn't live with Mini Hoss. She lived with Mini Hoss for years. She's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's different when they see the same person just living.
Yeah.
She's like, listen, these qualities, please
That's why
don't have.
that's why my mom doesn't like me.
Nah.
That's because
You
I'm
just
so much
look
like
at
my
something she
dad.
doesn't like. That's my mom with my dad.
What's that?
Every time she gives me some shit, I'm like, it's just I look like him, I'm not him, and she's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta remind Mary Elizabeth about that, but she don't listen
No, she's a woman, dog. They don't
Mhm.
listen.
to anything that I
They
say.
want to tell, they want to hear.
Women
you know?
don't listen to what I say and do what I say when I say it. I don't like it.
Motherfucker, I just creep around in my house and I'm just quiet. And if I get yelled at, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Well, I'm sorry.
I'll
you
be
feel
honest,
that.
I do the same thing. I talk a big game, but I'm a pussy.
Nah, man, it's self-preservation, dude.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Just, it's
I'm just doing my
something
grandpa.
like-
My grandpa
yeah.
told me this trick. He says we were sitting one day. I think I was like 17 or 18 years old, and I'm fucking in my grandparents' living room, and my grandfather is sitting there, and my grandma's like telling him to take the garbage out or whatever, and he's like, he goes, if you weren't here, I'd just lay back in the chair and close one eye, so that way you can still watch TV, but she thinks you're sleeping and you don't have to get up. But his best advice was just sit there and be quiet. That's my grandfather's best advice he's ever given me, is just sit there and be quiet. Just
Your mom
say yes.
said, "Really, dude?"
It's the truth.
Mary, you know what it's up.
Mary knows what it is.
But it is what it do.
Jennifer's outside cleaning up my flower beds like I told her to.
Okay.
Did you guys hear her? She's like, yes, I am doing exactly what you said.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Kick his ass, Seabass. They're all cheering you on to beat me up. I wish I had it like that. I do. She just fronting.
Dude, if that door opens and a fucking
She's not gonna come in here. She just when I get off of here, that's when the trouble starts.
That's where you're gonna catch hell.
Yeah, that's when. Yeah, she'll wait to try to dominate me later. After I've come out of here, she'll give me the silent treatment, the silent urge treatment, because Jennifer don't talk a lot. She's not a talker, unless she's had a few drinks. Then maybe she'll talk some. Jennifer does things by her actions. Let you know all you need to know right there. She ain't got to say nothing to you. You know you fucked up, or at least I know I fucked up.
Dude, that silence is worse than
she's
yelled
good
at.
it too.
I'd rather
man.
have the fucking yelling and get it over with.
That's how I always try to. If I'm mad at her, I try to just start a fight, because she won't.
You know what my
she won't
problem
argue with you.
If I'm getting yelled at and I know I did something wrong and I can't pull the lie off, and I start getting like theoretically in trouble, I start to laugh, and that makes her fucking angry. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a losing battle. They're in charge. I don't even fight it anymore. I'm just like, all right, whatever. You're the boss guy.
It's just best to go with the program.
Yeah, it just fits. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We got a good program. We've been working on it for years.
Right. See, I used to have this thing. How do I explain it? And she knows what it is, so I can say it, and if she hears it, it's not a problem. If I wanted something, let's just say it was a tool or, a truck, or not something like I needed for business. If I wanted something, I just had a way of making her think it was her idea.
Uh-huh.
You understand? And then she'd like, after about 5 years, she's like, "You're doing it again." And I'm like, "Then what?" And she's like twisting this around so that I make the decision for you to receive something.
See, I'm not that devious.
I am.
You're better at that stuff than me. I'm not good at that stuff. Being devious, I'm not good at being devious. Never been a good
I'm a
at
fucking
being
asshole.
devious. Like I can't,
Dude,
like I always I cave, dude. Every time, man. You know what I'm saying? I just cave, dude. Like, listen, I what's Joe Pesci say about fucking what's his nuts? I might fold under questioning. Yeah, I might. You might fold under questioning. So I don't know, dude.
No, if you're gonna be an asshole, be a big asshole. Dude, I had a neighbor, and I love the guy. He's my neighbor that passed away from cancer. But his house years ago, I took a piece of PVC pipe and I wedged it in my fence, and it took about 15 minutes. But dude, we had that pipe so angled perfectly. You know those little bottle rockets? This is the ones that whistle and explode.
Yeah.
I put one on his front porch every fucking time. So 4th of July, dude, me and Scott, we're hiding behind the bushes. The PVC pipe is out, and I lob a couple on the front porch, right? And I'm like, fuck, maybe he's not home. And Scott's like, no, the light's on. They're watching TV, right? So I go, okay, dude, we bombarded his house for about a half hour until they came out. And there's 400 of those red sticks on the front porch. As soon as he comes out, I'm like, don't do it yet. As soon as they close the door. About 20 minutes later, he comes out and goes, his wife yells, "You're going to burn my house down, asshole." So I go, okay.
I'm a new sub question for TJ. Why don't you like Sorbo? Oh, I like Sorbo channels. I'm a huge fan of Sorbo channels. I just won't use them in any of my content. That's all. I mean, I love Black Diamond Platinum Rubber. I think that's like my favorite rubber, to be quite honest. But I just, shooting content wise, for what I'm doing, you know what I mean, on the side with window cleaning and the social media stuff, I just prefer not to use his tools in videos because look, I got a Sorbo sticker right behind me. I'm a huge Sorbo fan. The first window I ever cleaned was with a Sorbo squeegee, so it's not like I'm like anti-Sorbo. I just won't use his stuff in my content. That's all.
You can watch the past 5 videos and there's an explanation why.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, he's new, so he's a new subscriber.
No, I'm just saying, like,
yeah. So I don't mind speaking on it. I don't have anything negative to say about the tools. It's great equipment. I mean, there's proof everywhere. Everyone uses it. I just use what I use in content because he and I had a disagreement. So he tried to, get everyone to fire me, which was fucking wild, man. It's just like, dude, I've been doing free content for your company for years, and now you're gonna just all of a sudden be like that? That's ridiculous.
All of a sudden, it's recognized. That's the weird thing.
Yeah. It doesn't matter that every video I shot, hundreds of hours of video, and you know what I mean? There's Sorbo channels and all that shit. I use the shit out of Sorbo channels. Every video I did had a Sorbo channel in it. It didn't have a Sorbo handle on it, but again, I'm going to use what makes my job easier. So if I use an Unger 0 degree and go all the way down the window, I can walk up to and go like this too. There's a reason. There's a reason why I'm doing it that way. It's faster for me. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I don't really care.
Hell yeah, brother!
Why are you using a pole?
That's so he would freak out about the using a not the right handle in the channel and shit. It's just like, dude, I like the Unger handle because it locks, it swivels and it locks. That's super smart. They're the only ones that really got one that moves freely like that and locks. The rest, like Edderays, is real stiff. You know what I mean? I don't like stiff shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm a dude. And I'm not a weirdo like Seth. Seth really likes stiff shit.
Just come down here and let's see what happens. I'll give you some.
I'm being honest with you, Mark. I haven't used Sorbo brand rubber in a long time. 7, maybe 10 years. So I've been using Black Diamond. I've been a Black Diamond guy for a hot minute. You want to know why? Because it's cheap. And it does a good job. It's good enough. You know what I mean, dude? That's good. That's good. I like it.
It's good rubber, man. I use
the platinum rubber. The Black Diamond Platinum is fucking amazing. I love that. And I'm a super big fan of the Round Top Soft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like dog.
I use the Maker rubber in when I'm with my fucking Ledge Easy handle. I got to have it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm not anti nothing. I just not trying to. I'm not trying to get in any kind of weird situations because I don't want, like, he was being a little gruffed and shit like that with me, and I don't want to be disrespectful, you know what I mean? Because it's going to get to a point where you're only going to, like, you're going to say some wild shit, only so much wild shit, and I'm gonna retaliate. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I didn't want to do that. So I was like, you know what? I apologize. I'm sorry. I won't use your tools in my content anymore. It's my bad. You know what I mean?
Well,
And that's the way I left it.
Yeah,
you know
the
what I mean? So-
response was where the problem was. It's not like he's selling a shit product you're promoting. He does sell a great product.
Oh yeah,
He didn't like that you had a different handle on it,
yeah,
but we're not going to go parry on that because his product is good.
yeah, yeah. And you know, the reality of the situation is those handles are exactly the same. They're made at the same place. You know what I
They're
mean?
just
So
rebranded.
Probably
they're
are.
just, one has a Sorbo handle on it and, you know, a tag on it, and the other one doesn't. You know what I mean? And that's all. And I understand why he was upset. I get it. You know what I mean? But it wasn't done maliciously. Like, it wasn't like, ooh, like, look what I'm doing.
Oh, I have old Ettore handles.
Watch me
that
do
is the
this
same
now.
thing.
And
I
stuff,
think
and
made
there's
by the
ways
same
not to, but it's fine either way. You know
He's
what
a
I mean?
good
Like-
guy. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Dude.
I'm a, you know, like I said, I love those channels, man. I can't say
He-
enough
he
good
went-
things about them.
Mark said he went Will Smith on you. Keep
Yeah.
my wife's
Vince.
name out
Yeah,
your fucking-
yes. And he slapped me and I took it. I was like, all right, man, my bad. I wasn't, you know,
He slapped you with the Sorbo stick.
yeah. Like I said, I wasn't trying to disrespect him or nothing like that, and I didn't disrespect him. I mean, I might have been a little weird with that superb window cleaning guy, the guy that does nothing but Sorbo products on his YouTube channel. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a little, you know, I got a little lippy with him. You know what I mean? But I went back and deleted the comment. I was like, you know what, my bad.
Oh man, he does shit his own way. We do shit our own way. You know.
Yeah, I just feel like sometimes there's some shit that's said like don't need said. It's like, bro, ain't nobody trying to take no shine off a Sorbo or you or nobody, man. Everybody, like, there's a room out here for everybody to shine. You don't have to run around trying to dump buckets of your bullshit on people's sunshine.
Yeah, but
You know
you
what I mean?
almost
Like,
pay attention
you're a
when you
fuck. Don't be a
bring
hater.
attention to some shit. You know what I mean?
Well, my thing was just like, don't be a hater. You know what I mean? Why are you being a hater? You know what I'm saying? Like, all my fucking, like, I would take, like, maker products and I would put them in people's, like, fucking, like, put them on, like, put a gun or a tip jar or whatever you want to call it, a fucking silencer, fucking the Turbo 9000, whatever the hell, you know what I'm talking about. The maker silencer, I would put, like, I would Photoshop it on a John Wayne tip. Or, you know what I mean? Like, Ralphie would open up a Maker Mini pole, and that dude started doing the same shit. Like, it's just like, dude, like, what can you be like?
No, dude, if you
Like,
look,
less
if you look
of
at
a
the fucking
douche.
pool, she'd be like, well, what the fuck
A
is this?
blatant
Like,
ripoff.
Yeah, dude's just like, bro, come on.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, on an Ettore T-bar, I got
Yeah.
Ettore rubber, like, on an easy ledge handle, and then I have an Ettore handle with, like, 14 different Maker rubbers and, like, all my little one swipe. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's just what I like. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
really-
just use what I
hate it.
use. Yeah, I'm
It's
not,
like-
yeah, I just use what I use. You know what I mean? It's not one thing's better than another.
Day by
mean-
day, I'm getting better with the 0 degree, though.
But I'm just not a huge fan of, you know,
Suck.
Mormon stuff. You know, are you getting better, huh?
Yeah,
That's cool, man. Good for you.
I'm not
I got good with
I'm not
them.
giving up on it.
An under 0 degree or just your
Yes.
shit on 0? Yeah, because everybody's like, oh, like the
No,
Mormon
an
thing is
Unger.
like a
I
negative,
have
isn't
a
it?
legit under 0.
Like
degree.
the Mormon, the Mormon
It's
handle
not-
doesn't
they
go
don't have a
0.
zero.
They got a
No, that's
negative.
not
It's
exact.
a
negative 5 or negative
it's a
5.
negative. Yeah,
It's 5.
yeah.
It's 5 degrees. I use
Listen,
that.
man, I'm ice cold, so I'm at 0 degree, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm ice cold, kid.
Dude,
That's
I
right.
tell you,
What's being
I'm
cooler
good-
than
I'm
cool?
good with 0 to 14. I tried it with an 18. I suck with it. The Mormon at a 5 degree with an 18, I'm pretty good with. So
I could
more-
fan anything with a fucking 0 degree handle or handle anything.
What's
I
fan?
got the YouTube video, 24 inches, man, going 20 foes on them hoes out there, boy. Fanning 20 foes on them hoes.
Yeah, 24 is rough on the bows, son. They rough on the bows.
I just flexing. That's all. I just wanted to show people.
I know you can do a few windows that way, but if you did it every day, you'd be like, God
Yeah,
damn.
I'll tell you what, I did the front of that building in like fucking 10 minutes. So I had Jeremy running out in front of me, wet and shit, and I just.
Oh, isn't that nice though? Having someone just
It's money, dude. What do you mean? It was
They start
money.
smoking fucking top, son,
Yes.
there's nothing worse. If you smoke one more
Jeremy
top,
knows. Jeremy's a vet, so he don't smash tops. He knows exactly what to do.
Yeah.
He's
Dude,
an
you smoke a
experienced
top,
washer,
you're
man.
like, yeah, fuck that guy.
I train
Yeah,
the girls and everything like to not like whatever you do. Don't smoke the top. Don't ever bang like Savannah. I told Savannah like 15 times. She's like, "All right, Dad." I was like, "I'm just saying, don't do this." She's like, "All right."
How angry I get when someone hits the top, dude.
Don't do
Anger
it.
inside of me, and then I come by with a wet rag, like you motherfucker.
I'm trying to teach my 10-year-old that I can't get
Like,
violently angry
squeegee's
with
still
him,
wet,
you
son.
know?
Yeah, right. You know the
If he's
squeegee's.
so wet, I can get that little 1/4 inch, dude. We're good. Like you don't have to. Oh, fuck. We're cleaning clean shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
I get mad. I get mad about losing my scraper in a bush, and if someone smokes the top, dude, nothing will make me more angry in my life.
I've got an update on the whole fucking resin and the skid mark. Okay.
Yeah.
So 6 inches of the end of it was black. The rest of it was amber.
Yeah. The black part is bad, but that black can be contaminating.
Right.
The
Well,
rest.
either way, what I'm saying is just think about the amount of water that's gone through.
Right.
That's a testament to those.
Yeah.
Well, that's a testament to that zero filtration.
Yeah. Because
To be quite honest with you.
taking the hit.
Yeah. The X2, and now the Zero Pure Max X. Dude, I cannot.
Didn't they just come out with one with 3 or 4?
They
membranes
may or
up
may
there?
not have, but those new
with
filters.
the TDS emitters built in it and a pump. That shit is next
That's-
level.
I've
That's
not seen
not
that.
good.
Mark,
I've not seen that.
When did you sell me that pump?
And maybe
Huh?
you're talking about shit you shouldn't be talking about. But anyways, if you let me
that's
finish,
nothing to be done.
they got new filtration. The new membranes that they got, the RO, they're using a different kind of. And dude, I'm telling you what, right now, dude,
top tier.
the flow, man, is on point, bro. Like it took it. I think it maybe knocked 10 minutes off of me filling my tank with my.
What do you think you're getting like per minute?
I don't fucking know,
Yeah.
Seth. I don't fucking. Listen, dude.
Yeah.
You want to write shit down? Write it down, you fucking nerd. You and Mark can like measure each other's wieners and get out your calculators and your fucking them things.
We've already done that.
Your calipers.
Right.
Get out
Why
your
do you gotta bring
calipers
that
and do
up?
circumference
Why
and
do you
all
bring
that
What,
shit. If
why do
you
you
want.
why do you
What's
think
up,
we call
Gary?
Mark Stump? It's not because he's short.
Tuna can.
I got all boys. What does that say?
Girthinator. What's that
What
say?
does that say?
I don't
I-
know.
Drop it deep.
I still haven't changed the resin in that Tucker. Like that has been in
Dude,
there for 3
throw
years.
that thing
I haven't
away.
changed it yet.
Yeah.
Haven't even thought about changing it.
Yeah,
I wish you'd
it's
keep rolling.
it's definitely. I'm actually. What I'm gonna do is me and my cousin talked about. I'm gonna buy a stick of square tubing. He's gonna make
What's up,
me a
Gary
little
B?
suitcase, a little metal suitcase, so I can slide the membranes from the X2, the old X2, into it, bolt them in, with a little filter on the top. I'm just gonna stick it on the top. Cut 2 custom ratchet straps for it and just ratchet strap it to the top of the skid, so it sits over my D-ring, so I can still pull it out of the bed of the truck,
Yeah.
but.
Yeah.
So I can take it
that's
on and
smart.
off. So when I know I'm gonna have a day or I'm going to a really big job, and I don't want to come back for water, I'll have it
Fill her
available.
up.
Yep. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the
Plan,
plan.
Stan.
Dude, you're like
WindowCleaner.com, baby. I seen Dave Casnuccios on TikTok. He's still upset with people like
Still doing that?
repping WCR. He's still mad about. I don't know why, man.
Yeah. You get so
That's
mad.
such a rarity. You hear anybody legitimately upset with their customer service. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, legit, meaning still going on or still, because most of it is bullshit, you know?
Well, when
Yeah.
you gotta work like 2 days for like $800, dude, you'd be pissed. Like it shit sucks, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he could be coming on here talking shit, so I'm just giving it back.
I'm not tripping. I just
I
think
mean, neither
I'm just.
am I.
It sucks. It sucks that I guess,
What,
but
the
everyone's
best
allowed to
company-
feel the way
my
they
company
want to.
said-
I will say that my experience with WindowCleaner.com has been excellent, and the things behind the scenes and shit like that. Like,
I've never had a problem with them.
they're just
Never.
good dudes, man. They're good dudes doing good shit.
I mean,
You know what I
granted, I only live 4 hours from them, so it's a little easy to get shit. But
Oh,
still,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
order shit from like a Tuesday afternoon. I have it like
Mhm.
Wednesday, like evening.
Right.
You know what I mean? Come
Right.
back in at 4 o'clock. Everything I want is here.
Right.
And
You
if they
know.
mess an order up, they don't like question you. Nothing. Boom. Here you go.
Mhm.
Here's your shit.
Mhm.
It's a good company to deal with.
Customer service.
Oh,
Jason
customer
Lehman.
service.
Hey, Jason, you see Jason Lehman's comments? So, Jason Lehman knows how big you and Seth Wieners is. That's fucking weird. You got, man, that dude is super. Does every in the podcast got a YouTube channel? No, Mark doesn't. Seth doesn't. Jacob, do you have a YouTube channel? Your mic's muted, you fucking moron.
I haven't posted anything on it in a while.
It doesn't matter. You might. Maybe he wants to subscribe to it, Jacob.
You want to
I have
see
a
someone
TikTok.
click windows really slowly. Like,
He
come
has
on.
a TikTok. It's called Just Jacob.
Yeah,
Just
I
look for
insult
Just
people.
Jacob, Mark. Since he's not going to plug his YouTube channel, he's just going to plug his
I'm
anus.
in the comments.
I'm on
Just Jacob.
Oh, Jacob. Give it to me harder, big boy. Yeah. Where's it at?
Mr. Awesome Guy. Blah.
Give it to me harder, big boy. Give it to me harder, big boy.
Oh,
I still
my
have
God.
Joe's sound effects in here, and every time he comes on, yeah,
Can you
the
play
all
one?
one. I got
Yeah.
this one
I
right
pooped
here.
my pants once. My sphincter didn't work. I don't know.
That is the smoothest pole I've ever felt going in and out.
That is the smoothest pole I've ever felt going in and out.
Man,
Yeah, I still have that. Oh, I still have that. I can still
don't-
play that.
Yeah.
Do you still have the
That
voicemail
is
from
the
Kevin?
smoothest
That's
pole
my fucking
I've
favorite
ever
thing
felt
that's ever
going
happened.
Oh,
in.
that video?
That's
Yes.
my fucking favorite thing that's ever
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, I
Oh,
still
what?
have that. That's private though.
What
He
happened to
asked
that
me.
dude?
He asked
we
me to
gotta send
take
me
it
the
down.
link to
I already did.
Yeah, I know, but I
I need. He's like, I need it again.
Yeah, I need
Yeah, the
my
guy
fucking
went from-
fix.
The guy
That's
went from
great.
cleaning windows to tasting fucking nutty beers. Fucking. Yeah.
Nut in beers or nutty beers?
Yeah, no, dude,
Oh,
he
that's
drank
cool,
nut
Mark.
beers. Men's beers. In his face, son.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get back to the content on YouTube. I'm gonna try, but I'm abnormally busy this year. Like abnormally busy. It's strange. And like, and
Good
some
thing,
of my
man.
contemporaries around me, the guys like that are doing just as cleaning windows too. I've seen a few out, and they're like, "Man, are you getting a lot of calls?" I'm like, "Yeah." So, I don't know.
Jason Lehman wants to know what happened to old Toothy Joe.
I don't know.
He owns a thrift
So-
store now.
It's a mystery.
He ate a fly, he might die.
He's busy living on a piece of property with a bunch of sheds he's forming
He
into one
was
giant
good
house.
entertainment for a while though.
Break
Oh,
190, opinionated
when
window
he
cleaner.
called that customer,
Here,
he was like,
anybody
"Who the
got a
hell is
copy?
this?"
The opinionated window cleaner. Joe, the opinionated window cleaner.
Right.
What
That
a
was a fun time in
fucking.
window clean, though. I enjoyed that era. That era was fun.
We did have a good time, didn't we?
I got a fedora on.
Some guys just, he.
He
There's
kind
a
of took
few.
it the wrong
There's
way.
there's
yeah.
a few dudes out there that
His girlfriends, and it didn't work out for him.
No, what pushed it off the edge when he married that girl with the kids and moved them all in.
he didn't
We were
marry her.
calling him-
He didn't marry
Yeah,
her. He just
moved her in.
he just pulled the robbery on
Yeah, we were
somebody's
calling
wife
him
and kids and took him.
Dude,
We were
started
calling-
dating
yeah,
Julia
we were calling him
Jackson.
Adopt a Pop.
Adopt a pop.
He hit Aquaman and shoot Joe Jackson in one attitude.
Oh,
That shit
adopt a
flies.
pop. Oh my god.
He brought in Toothy McGee and Gingivitis Warrior. Come live with him. Dude, remember what we used to say? Like his teeth would bleed if water hit it.
Jesus.
It Remember he had that Honda Davidson with the drywall screws.
Honda Davidson.
Honda Davidson.
Wasn't it
Yeah,
a
it was a
Chevy?
fake
He had
Harley.
did he have? I thought he had a Chevy emblem screwed to it, or did you?
Yeah.
It was
Did
something
you do
like
that?
Yeah, I think I put that on there. Yeah.
Okay.
Redneck dude ever.
I Mark, I don't even know what's real and what's not real from
I
back
know.
then. You know what I mean? Like, there's so like I remember that you like decorated that motorcycle.
What?
You decorated that motorcycle. Dude? I about pissed my fucking pants.
I think you had a Chrysler symbol on there, like a BMW fucking thing. I was like, dude, I remember that. Dude, you actually had me with the Mormon in the Harbor Freight. I was like,
I get everybody on Facebook with that.
it was such a good, like,
Your Harbor Freight ads are so good, dude. And they're just, dude, listen, the Mormon one, every time I seen it, I would almost miss my pants. Because it is so fucking convincing.
I got Chris. I sent it to Chris.
this.
I sent it to Chris, and he calls me and he goes, "I knew it was only a minute at a time before those motherfuckers started selling this shit."
You know the only reason I knew it was fake? It was like, I saw it and I was like, holy shit, Harbor Freight selling it. And then it was like, oh, Mark Tanner posted this. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's the only reason I knew it. If Mark had gone under a pseudonym, that lady that tried to get fucking dick pics from window cleaners.
Summer Wheatley.
Dude, Mark and his fucking alternate fucking. I'm not gonna give away all the names to him or anything, but I'm gonna tell you this, man. This dude has caused me so much fucking trouble with his fucking antics. Fucking antics.
Mark tried to get me. He sent a thing where he was like, "Hey, you want to be my friend?" I was like, Mark, you idiot. I like 2 seconds, and I'm like, "I'm not doing this with Mark anymore."
Mark's pretending to be a girl and saying, "Hey, send me a picture of your wiener."
No, I sent one to Eddie like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because I was on suspension, so I was on the alternate one.
Uh-huh.
And I go, Eddie, look at this, and it was some guy totally trying to hook up. I go, I'll bet you $100 right now I can get a dick pic with him.
You interested to see what a dick look like?
Listen, man, all those penises that Mark puts in all his photoshops, those are from guys sending him dick pics. And he's like, I'm just going to say, that's a good wiener, I'm going to say that.
You know what, though? Listen, TJ,
What?
You're the father of daughters, okay? So
Yeah.
I start to think, not that, I said, that's someone's fucking daughter, man. You're a disrespectful motherfucker. You know?
Yep.
You a horny motherfucker is what's
Oh,
right.
yeah. Yeah, look at
Dude,
this
there was
hog.
Listen, I'm just going to say this. There was a certain someone that lost their wife,
Oh,
Tragic.
Mark.
not in an accident. It was tragic.
Mark.
Okay.
Mark.
I was like, immediately I know who we're talking
Mark,
about here.
I
stop.
could have seen the purple
Mark.
helmet. Just put it there.
Mark. Stop.
I have a large knife collection.
Hey, Mark. Hey, dude, everybody shut the fuck up. Stop.
Stop. Collaborate.
I said stop. I said quit it. You guys are fucking pieces of shit. Worst 2 dudes I know. Yes, you guys are the worst. You're most terrible.
You've ever done, dude.
He said best
Fuck you.
2 dudes ever, bro.
Oh, shit, dude. Fuck that. We're done.
He said fuck that.
No, fuck.
No, I won't. I will not allow it.
You guys can't be cool anymore.
Yeah, you
Fuck.
guys are done. But you guys are not cool, man. Uncool
Nah, I am.
dudes.
Wow, dude.
Huh?
I haven't played ball game forever. That's why. When are
Listen.
we playing this again? We need to play this the next couple weekends. We got to finish that campaign.
What?
It's a
Baldur's
Gate.
Gate? Listen,
We need
man.
to finish. We're
I know.
close.
Jacob tried talking me into playing, that Helldivers 2. He's like, I see you got Helldivers 2. I was like, listen, bro, I haven't played that for maybe 30 minutes total.
Fun.
Is it?
It's fun, dude.
Oh, so
Fun as shit.
where you been playing it at? You got another system or something?
Like
What do you got, an Xbox?
Like 2 o'clock. No, you can play Helldivers on PS.
Oh, so you've been playing? You guys have been playing video games without me? Man, that's fucked
No,
up,
he
man.
hasn't been on fucking PS5 in like months. It
Who?
tells me fucking dipshit
Seth,
here.
yeah. He's probably got his online
another
status switched to off, so we can't see that he's on because he's a bitch like that.
Son,
Straight
I
up.
don't-
Question for
I
Mark
don't know.
Tanner: will you ever try the D4 or the Sirius Descender?
I am so tempted to buy one of these new things, but I don't really do drops anymore. I'm so tempted when especially
How long-
after
drops in a year, like just like in a whole year. How many times?
I've done like 4 in the last year. 4 20-story ones. I just
So
you
you'll
know.
just not do drops, and you'll be like, I'll do a 20-story drop.
Nuts.
That doesn't.
Well, I had no
fuck with you at all?
choice. I had to do some corners on that big job we were doing.
Oh shit, that's hard.
Swing stage. The corners are round. You can't put a swing stage on a
Well, and
round.
also
I mean, you
corners
can.
are
You
the-
got to cut the stage down to
Yeah.
a 10-foot section, and that the rigging on that is hours just to get it
Right.
down to 10 feet from.
Yeah, but aren't corners like the hardest to do because of the
Yeah, they
wind
are
and
because of the wind.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I'm not a rookie because it's been a minute, but the corners are always the ones that you have to be a little more careful on, depending
Well,
on
I
the
feel
wind.
once you get 5 floors down, like you're back in it. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
see, corners in between 2 buildings are the issue ones, not corners on the outsides. You understand? This place had twin towers that were 50 feet between them, 50 yards between them, and the wind was like 30 plus all the time in there. But I honestly, if I was, I seen the videos on those. You know what the problem too, Mark, is I'm a rack and bar guy, and they last forever. I've got rack and bars that are 20 years old and can still be used. Those things don't last very long, but it's interesting.
safe, right?
But and the reason they've gone to those is because of self-rescue.
I mean, safe is really a relative term. You know what I mean?
They're both safe.
Marcus
They're
used
both
a rack
safe, but-
and bar for how many years,
Yes.
and you're still alive.
For 20 years. But the thing is that these new pieces of equipment, you can self-rescue yourself much easier if you're in a situation by yourself. Whereas a rack and bar, it's very, very, very difficult to rescue, especially at 57 years old.
Right.
I look at it this way: like if Mark's using 5 sets of stacks and I'm using 5 sets of stacks, it's a totally different experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mark's done it for a long time, so he knows what's
I
safe.
won't
He
do
knows
it.
how it's gonna feel.
I won't do
I
it.
won't do it
Yeah.
either. I'm
My
bored.
my sectional ladder is 3 pieces. I would like it like maybe a half, like a short base or something, like a half base or something like that. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Or maybe
The old
even
tree
a tall,
footer.
or maybe even a taller headpiece. I'm not exactly sure, but
The half base, I have a half base. I'm the best situation. People don't realize this is the half middle piece is the best because it'll stiffen up the ladders. It's just like a short section of water fed.
Yeah. 4.5
Think about it.
pieces.
so where does that half section is on the bottom, correct?
The half section I put in the middle, and that'll stiffen up the ladders because just like a short
Which part of the
section
middle?
water fed.
Which part of the middle?
Like,
The first section or
Let's say
the?
if you're going with 4 pieces, it's going to go top, then another. Let's say a 6-foot top, a 6-foot middle, then the half piece, and then the base.
Okay, that's
you
what I
want
was
it.
asking.
You don't want it at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to put it on the bottom.
No.
Extra
I'm not. That's not. No. That's not what I meant. Does it go into the bottom? Are you putting the half piece on top of the bottom piece? Is what I was asking you.
Yeah, you
Not a half piece on the bottom. On the bottom. That
Usually
wasn't what
it
I was
ends up.
asking.
For me, it usually ends up towards the bottom because let's say you're putting up 3 pieces, and you're like, okay, 4 is going to be too much, but let's get that half piece in here. Okay, but if you really want to rigid up the ladders, the higher you put it, the more rigid the ladder's going to be. It's the same thing as short sections of a water-fed pole are stiffer than long sections of a water.
Yeah, makes
right.
total sense.
Yeah.
That's why the Squeegee Life pole is designed the way it was. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, last time I ran a half piece.
Get you one at
I
windowcleaner.com.
ran
Yeah,
5.5 pieces like in an atrium, and I went bottom, middle, half piece, and then 3 pieces above.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And that was sketch though. Like 5.5 pieces, I was feeling.
When I get over the height of my 3 pieces of section, I just get out a regular extension ladder with my standoffs.
Yeah.
Mario says you're not a real window cleaner if you use them, but Mario's fucking he
So
can
true,
barely
Sam.
speak English, and look how long he's been here. That guy.
Yeah.
The only reason I did it, I was in an atrium where it was easier to bring the stacks in,
Yeah.
set it up, and clean
I
shit.
mean, listen,
I'm not-
I spent my whole.
Yeah.
I've spent like most of my working career on a extension ladder. I'm just used to having standoffs and being off the house and you know what I mean. That's just the way I prefer to do things.
You also know how it feels. You know if something's going to go wrong. Like
Yeah,
it's pretty easy.
it is what it is. The sectional ladder is super nice. I use it for a lot of different occasions, but
I don't know why people don't like sectional ladders.
I love my sectional ladders. I guess you're not a real window cleaner unless you're using stacks all the time or something or whatever. I'm just a ground guy, so what do I know?
Sure.
Well, I learned with stack ladders, and that's all I would ever want. I'm awkward with an extension ladder. Okay, but stack, like I had a job, we had a...
See, I'm a fucking race car on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking rocking on mine.
I used to be that motherfucker who used to do the fireman slide down the side.
Yeah, I don't do that, but...
I don't be like young doing dumb shit.
Yeah, well...
Like, I'll break my legs real.
You see those firemen that run with the ladder, plant it, and climb it as it's going
that's
up
crazy,
the wall?
dude.
That's what Seth does.
No, the fireman slide is just sliding on the outside. You ever used to do that? You set up a sectional and you slide your feet to the outside and you slide down the ladder. And when you get close to the bottom, you just squeeze your feet. It's a stupid fucking macho bullshit thing to do, but
just like carrying,
where they
just like
overlap,
carrying 2 or 3 bundles of shingles on your shoulder up a ladder, 2-story ladder. I used to do that all the time to show everybody how cool I was.
Yeah, now
fucking
me too.
idiot, fucking idiot.
Second you get old, you're like, that was some dumb shit.
Dude, no, it was dumb. It was dumb when I was a kid. Like when I got done doing it, I was like, man, that fucking hurt. You know what I mean?
Carrying a full square up the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted to impress old people for some fucking reason. I don't know why.
I would be a terrible high-rise window cleaner. Number one, I'm too big, so I would like swing and like I'd be like a wrecking ball, and I'd break something. And B or A or Z, I don't like it way up there like that. I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
The only reason I never did it was it paid like shit. It paid like
I'm just
crap.
not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. That's for special guys. That's for special guys.
No, some
special guys do that.
Some of that bullshit
Later,
though, like you
Damien.
gotta be skilled as fuck. But like some of the shit that I was asked to do,
Appreciate you,
which
Mark.
wasn't bad, like 10 stories and stuff. And I'm like, how much are you gonna pay me? Like $18 an hour? I'm like, dude, fuck that. I'm not hanging off a building.
It could have been a
$18
whole
an hour.
bunch of money, man, and I'd have been like, still like, nah, I'm good.
I don't know. If you had gave me money when I was younger, I was like skinny.
If I found window cleaning in my late teens, early 20s, I probably would have. Because that's around the time I was hanging off a fucking building anyway.
Right.
I
was high in the air, but it was in a basket or in, wood. You know what I mean? Like you could crawl around, you know what I mean? You had shit I'm just not a big fan of fucking hanging off the side of shit, you know what I mean? Buy some ropes.
Yeah, man.
You might hit a chimney and the rope might burn in half or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Might be some weird shit.
That's difficult shit, though. That's hard shit. You know what I mean? Like, most of the time, if you were to start, nobody's putting you on a building that's that tough.
Yeah.
That's going to throw you on a 7 to 10 story straight pane glass. You know what I mean? Like, if you throw somebody on that building the first time, you're a fucking dickhead and you don't really like them. You know what I mean? If you want to keep somebody, you throw them on some easy shit and see if they can handle it.
Anybody that does that for a living has my respect. You know what I mean? It takes some balls to do that shit for a living. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even goofy dudes like John Lee La Liberte, even goofy dudes like that guy. Got to respect that, man. Make your living that way. You have to,
It was like that, though. Like, every guy was that guy, and I was like, dude, these guys suck. I don't want to work with dudes. If I had come up and like somebody like Mark had asked me to do high rise, And he was like, "Hey, I'm going to train you the right way, and like not be like, here's some drug addicts you can drop off the side of a building with." I was like, "Nah, man, this is sketch as fuck." Like, no,
Yeah.
that's
Well, I
literally
learned that. I learned that during the March series
Uh,
because, dude, I've never trained anyone on more than 5 stories,
mm,
and I'm right next to them. Literally, I can grab them. They're not cleaning windows on the first drop.
mm.
They got to get comfortable the way the equipment works. Then, if they're ready to do it again, we bring the bucket down, and it takes them fucking 2 hours to clean 5 window drop. But I don't care. They
Yeah.
have to learn. I don't believe in. Some of these guys are getting thrown off of 30 stories. I would never do that to somebody.
fucking nuts. Yeah, I think I would have had a much different experience with it. I did 3 drops on a 7-story brownstone, and then I got down. It was hard because everything was inset like a foot and a half. You know what I mean? Like it's a brownstone.
You wouldn't think that 1.5 foot
The
Dude,
blue
Oh,
makes
it's
sense.
got it.
was
Yeah, that's
hard.
got
It
to.
was hard
Yeah.
at the beginning because I had to like try to swing in. It got easier as we got lower, but like the higher up we were, I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
man,
always pulling you back.
Yeah.
and they were
always-
storm. They were storm windows. It wasn't like just flat glass. Like I had to clean storm windows.
Mhm.
And I got down, and I was like, "Oh, this isn't bad." And they're like, "Yeah, so we'll give you like $17 an hour." I was like, "Fuck you, dude! I'm not doing this."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I can make $20 an hour doing residential. I'm like, dude,
Right.
fuck this. I'm
Make
like,
$20 being a ground guy.
yeah, dude, like, yeah, no, I was a ladder guy. I ran a crew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, here, you can run a crew, or you can work with drug addicts and hang off buildings in Boston. I was like, dude, I'm good. Those are my options, though. But if you would give me the option, like Mark's like, hey, you can be my guy, I'll train you, and then you're going to work
Yeah.
with these 3 awesome guys.
You're
I
already
think I
Mark's
probably
guy.
would have done high rise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just they scared me. They're like, this guy's like, I'm getting arrested tomorrow. My fucking girlfriend tried to leave. I duct taped her in the basement. What's going on here? These were the guys hanging off of buildings in Boston at the time.
Well, you know,
I was like, I'm
again,
good.
it takes all kinds, man. You're just, you know what I mean?
I was
some,
a pussy,
there's
dude.
some,
I'm
yeah,
afraid.
there's some weird fellers
See,
out there, boy.
the difference is this, though, Seth. I didn't do it for the money. I did it for
Hoes.
the thrill or the challenge of it, you know, and then the money comes later.
Dude, but Mark, if all the guys you were going to work with were
You
drug
did it for the
addicts,
bitches.
Oh yeah, no, that's not
You
enough.
did it to get the
I wasn't gonna-
bitches.
Dude, I'm not standing on the ground washing windows with drug addicts, let alone
no,
on
that's
buildings.
what I'm saying. Like, so if someone had come along,
Why not?
like
You did with me.
learn-
I'm a drug addict, dude.
Be a pothead, but that's
I'm a
outside
drug
of that.
addict, man.
Yeah, no, but you be listening to Bob Marley hanging out. You know, that ain't bad.
High rise is a good thing when you've got a good partner that knows his shit
Oh yeah.
and work with him side by side.
Oh, yeah.
It's yeah.
I think
I
that's
would like it,
paramount.
man. I don't like people. I like difficult stuff as long as I know what I'm doing.
Mhm.
There's nothing scarier than getting into a position and be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
I just don't like not knowing like how to protect myself, how to take care of myself.
Does anyone else get other? Sorry guys, I'm fucking tired, man. Does anyone else fucking? Does anyone else ever get sketched out when they got like, say, like, got like their 32-foot pole stretched out, and then you add like 2 extensions on the bottom? You ever get sketched out when the pole's really high in the air? Like,
No.
fuck, no.
I
I feel like man, this shit's I'm about to drop this bitch. Yeah, it's gonna fall down and smash some cars. I'm always like,
Once or twice.
I'm in one of those houses that's got that big architectural porch off the front, and they had these 2 casements above.
Uh-huh.
So you had to stand to the side and let the pole like kind of wobble to get to
Yeah.
it. It was all shingles. Like I couldn't
Yeah.
stand on the roof.
right.
And like when it starts angling, I'm like, this bitch is gonna fucking snap the
Dude.
second I put pressure on this. And you're like, it just looks like a loose dick just smacking the window. I can fucking do with it. Jay.
I'll
You
tell
know
you
what I'm
what.
saying?
Old soft Hogan slapping the glass, huh?
Old soft Wienerville over there just smacking
I'll
against
tell you
the
what. The
glass.
thing that amazes me the most is I was at my country club 2 Thursdays ago, and the winds were blowing steady at 15 to 20. Holding of that pole at 25, 30 feet, it's amazing how much you grab that bitch off the building and it just wants to take you with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Sucks.
it's amazing. Such a round, thin pole can fucking grab that much wind.
Dude, I remember the dumbest shit I ever did. We were working in Boston, and there is a movie theater that has a 2-story garage underneath, so it drops off like when you pull in. and they wanted the glass clean. And this is like before water-fed pole was really good. So we got a 60-foot ladder, and they set it up, and they made me climb, and then they made me use a pole from the 60-foot ladder and do like straight pulls because I couldn't reach the fucking top.
Yeah.
But they didn't block off the bottom to like stop cars from coming out, so they were creeping around the ladder. So I fucking threw my squeegee like through like somebody's fucking window that would try to go around. I was like, motherfucker! I thought I was gonna die. I was like 18, maybe 19.
But see, that's the fault of the company and you.
Listen, man, them fucking aluminum poles weren't shit, bro. The fiberglass poles, those aqua glass poles, man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had this big. I still have it. I gotta throw that bitch away. I need to cut it up with a sawzall. But before I cut it up with a sawzall, this window.
You need to use it one more time.
Fuck that! No way.
Oh, shit, what do you want to die, dude? That shit hurts.
No way.
It's heavy as motherfucking shit.
But I'll show you guys. When I dig it out, I'll lay it. It's longer than my truck collapsed.
Yeah.
I'm dead ass serious, dude. I swear, dude.
Does anyone else have scars on their hands from the old Tucker poles where you used to
The clamps would eat you up.
Man, fuck those things.
I feel like I still have a scar like right
Junk.
here. Fucking gross.
Yep.
I mean, it was cool, but dude, man.
That wobble. And they'd be like, use the younger tabs on the glass. I'm like,
I'll tell you what. I got one better. I don't give a shit what nobody says. The biggest piece of shit clamps on a modern pole were those Aerolock Perry clamps with the point on them.
Yep.
Them motherfuckers would tear you open.
So simple clamps?
No.
Perry Tate had Aerolock clamps with an arrow on the bottom that would wedge into the one below it. So the only time it was doing anything when
I've seen those, yeah.
Them motherfuckers were hurt.
All the weight was on like that point, so like when you turn it,
total
it was, like,
piece of shit. That his design was off from the very beginning.
Fuck, we gotta jump out.
Just some design he stole from somebody else and tried to make it his own.
I don't know. He designed it off the gap in between his front teeth, and then just went. Then he his son real quick, and then was like,
I
"Fucking
pooped my
Sally."
pants once. You know, my sphincter didn't work. I don't know.
That dude sucks.
Yeah.
I literally shit my pants.
That fucking guy, man. I don't know if he shit his pants or not. I think he had some doo. I mean, he had a couple of spots on it, but that, I swear, how long was we there? 3 days?
And he was wearing them every day.
That motherfucker had the same pair of pants on every single
stood
day.
Up in the corner.
Yeah,
Either that tampon leaked through into the pants, dog. It was either one.
All I'm saying is
I just lost control of my sphincter.
He came from China or wherever the fuck he came from, landed in KCMO, and then like never took his pants off one time. And this is the funny thing, like 2 or 3 weeks later, this dude's on vacation. They're out going across America, whatever. And Mark, like, he's posting pictures and shit. And Mark's like, sends me a picture. He's like, this motherfucker still has those pants on.
Yeah.
They was the same pants like 2 weeks later.
Dude,
like
I'll
every picture was the same pair of pants.
If them pants was involved in any kind of crime scene, the amount of DNA that come off them motherfuckers.
Bro, he came, and it was blatantly obvious. Like, he must have come here with one pair of pants. Yeah. Or like a pair of like cargo pants, which those brown ones, like every time he had them, that was his cargo pants. And like some slacks, like a suit coat and some slacks. And he's like, I don't want to tear my slacks up. But
and then the damn thing about the tan pants is, it's like an old mattress with the urine stains with the dark borders around them that never go away.
I'm just not a huge fan of that dude and the way all that shit went down. Every time I see like that Sigma crap that he's doing now.
Sigma 7?
Sigma 7, him and that
goofy
ass kid.
What is that?
It's some goofy shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I talked some shit on him on my burner account, and I haven't logged back over in like a fucking week, so I'm sure it's probably like all kinds of fuck you asshole on there. You know what I mean? It's like, you'll get over it eventually, bro. You know
I saw a post the other day. They still promoting clean windows like 60% faster. That ain't the real world, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna take what it's gonna take to get the. I mean, it's a good sales pitch. You know what I mean? But and from what I understand, that brush is a pretty good brush, from what people have said. And good for you, but he's just a fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean? That's just you know what I'm saying. Like the way he handled shit. Like I mean, if people want to buy shit from me, cool. But I'm not. Like, and any time he's brought up, I'm gonna say that he's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Because he's like what he did was garbage. You know what I mean? So sorry.
Well, the funny thing is,
I forgot Perry wasn't shit.
Does that kid have the tism?
Which kid?
He's asking the kid that runs with Perry.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I think, and that's the thing. Like I said before, like he gets those entry level guys with like a pocket full of mom and dad's money or something. You know what I mean? Dudes. You know
or a mind full of ideas, and he steals their ideas, and
that too. That
they get nothing.
That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Is he has a knack for finding somebody with a great idea and then exploiting it and fucking them over,
suckering them into extracting it from them, and then it takes usually a year, and they realize they're getting kicked to the curb.
Supermarket accounts, are they worth the time and money? Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a supermarket here that I do occasionally, and they pay me cash. It takes me like 2 hours to do. I make like $350. You know what I mean? It's just the entrances. I'd shut the doors down. One at a time, of course.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's cool in the gang.
Only supermarkets I do,
and it's just will call. It's just will call.
Yeah, I do 3 Whole Foods, and they're great to work for. It depends on.
It just depends on the company, man.
Yeah.
I mean that goes for anything, dude.
We have Publix here, and Publix canceled all window cleaning about 15 years ago, and a lot of guys were hurt because some of them had 40 and 50 stores. You know that, Jacob. Publix don't clean. Yeah, only specialty stores that have windows over 30 feet will clean, and they do it quarterly. But I'll tell you what, if anyone asks me what's the best account as far as the way they treat you, the way they pay you, and willing to pay a good price, is Whole Foods. I have 3 of them. I've had one of them for over 15 years, and I'm there like one of the assistant managers goes, "You're the only one that's been here longer than me," and I just smile. And
there's some fucking employees like at my Wendy's, like fucking I've been cleaning windows longer than they've been working there. They've been working there forever.
Right.
It's crazy. I gotta send them all. Oh man, dude, I got so much to do. I have administrative dealings to deals with. And I have to fucking dude. I forgot about that. Oops. That was my job and I didn't do it. I'll take care of it. But yeah, man.
10 more minutes then.
Yeah, 10 more minutes.
Thankful that's not my job anymore, because I would forget fucking everything, dude.
That side of things is whatever. Like I was supposed to make a phone call and I didn't.
I know it's hard, man. It's hard.
I need to change my routing number and shit. So shit.
Oops.
Yeah, it's hard to clean windows all day, get payment, remember to call the bank, do this shit. It's hard.
Yeah, for the ACH payments, I forgot to fucking. She called me and asked me.
Well, at least you remembered.
Yeah.
You completely forget about it.
Yeah. I just type it in my phone right
that's
here.
The only thing I'm thankful for, to have some people that do that shit. Handle the vendor cafe and this fucking shit I don't feel like doing or don't have time to do.
Mall entrances.
It depends on management. All that stuff is dictated. That's like saying
I had one for a while and they just, I don't care. Take it or leave
I've
it.
been doing route work. I've been doing route work my entire window cleaning career. I'll tell you this. I worked for Simon Malls. And I had it for 10 years. I used to get $800 a month to do 4 entranceways once a month. So it was great money. Eventually, they cut my throat. But as far as route jobs go, this is just my opinion and my experience. Hair salons and breakfast stores, loser accounts. Breakfast stores, you got to be there after 3 or at 6 a.m. so it's a time job. Hair salons, nail salons, most of the time
Okay.
you ain't gonna get paid,
Mhm.
right? Hair
Yeah,
salons,
okay.
once they say we need you to do the mirrors, that's it for the day. You're done, okay? And they don't like to pay.
Mhm.
Chiropractors and attorneys, okay? I'm not talking about an attorney's office building. I'm talking about an attorney that has a storefront. They feel it should be free to. I just, again, my experience, stay away from those. Also,
I've been
gym,
lucky with that.
any kind of gym. Like I had two Planet Fitnesses, and every time they go to run a credit card, decline, and I'm like, you know
I'm
what?
lucky with that one too. That guy pays
Yeah.
me cash every time I go
Okay,
in there.
yeah,
I-
there's a
I
difference
don't-
there. That's
yeah.
because your relationship with him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had the
But
mall
it's not
close to
a
me
chain.
here for a few years. When I took the company over, I did it, for a while. I used to do the interior work, do all the skylights and everything, once or twice a year, depending, on what they wanted done. And the management company, you just get tired of fucking digging with them. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
yeah.
dude, whatever,
You don't
man.
get paid for forever. They're like, oh, you didn't submit this form. You got to do this thing.
It's always
But
some
you
fucking
know what?
bullshit with these
One thing that's
motherfuckers,
changed
man.
for me is higher end restaurants like a Ruth Chris,
Uh-huh.
okay, or Capital Grill. I don't know if you have them. I do those, and it's the question is never how much is it going to be, as long as you show up and do what you're supposed to do.
Mhm.
The higher end restaurant. I no longer have any chains. I would still work for Burger King, Wendy's, or McDonald's. Okay, I just don't have any. There was a time I had like 10 Taco Bells. I don't have any, and I don't miss them. Walgreens, CVS, forget it. Nothing worth doing there. You
They,
got to be
they
selective.
don't pay, do
They
they?
don't. They won't pay.
They pay
You know,
shit if they
Sporting
do
goods
that.
goes to an outside source, so if you do it 3 times a year,
Like
you're gonna forget it.
So for me,
Like a
it's restaurants,
maintenance company.
banks.
Dude,
some shit.
our Dick Sporting
Oh,
Goods, that motherfucker looks like dog shit. Whoever's doing
Yeah.
them windows is
Yeah.
robbing them motherfuckers,
Yeah.
man.
You know what? That you guys have it. I know. Jacob will have it.
I don't
The
care.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, yeah.
Wild Wings. Okay, I went to we have a big one here, and the guy goes,
Ours
He sees-
has a giant scraper mark right
Yeah.
in the middle.
This guy goes, we got stopped on the road cleaning a car dealership, and the guy's like, he gives me his card. He's like, I'm at Buffalo Wild Wings. Why don't you come and have lunch? We'll talk about some window cleaning and whatnot. So we go there, and I give him a card, and he's like, well, we only do it on call. And I go, I'm really not an on-call company. I go, because you're going to call me 2 hours before a visit and want it done for almost nothing. I go, all of our jobs are maintenance. I go, do it once a month, and you got me. And he's like, okay, well, I also need pressure clean. I have outdoor patio. And he's got a big outdoor patio with tables and chairs. And that they ain't going to move that shit on the day you're supposed to be there. You're going to get there,
You're
truck
gonna
up
get
at 6
fucked.
a.m., and all the tables are still there. And then you got to make a decision. Am I moving the tables or am I going to leave? You know that, right? So the guy goes to me, I go, well, I'll tell you what, we'll clean the windows and do the patio. You're looking at about $750, $800. He goes, I got $600 budget. I go, $600 budget. He goes, for the year. I go, listen, dude, you ain't getting $600. That patio alone, I mean, it's like 30 feet by 20
Listen,
feet.
man, I
It's
Crazy.
ain't playing with you, man.
No, get someone.
Anytime they tell me they have a budget, I'm like, I'm out of here, dude. It's like,
I got a call today, and one of my customers wanted to add something on, and they're like, well, something we used to do, and then a management company took over, and we stopped doing it, and they're like, how much for this? And now I'm like, I told them, I'm like, $800. He's like, yeah, but they're just like, I'm like, $800. You know what I mean? Like, and then, we text back and forth. I send him the price difference estimate, and then he calls me after he gets it, and then he's like, man, he goes, why are you sticking me like that? I'm like, listen, man, the extra time and fucking bullshit I'm gonna have to deal with doing that when I could have just, you know what I mean? Now they're terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now the job is awful. Now I'm, you know what I mean? You ain't been doing it, and now you want it done, and now I'm gonna have to take extra time to do it because they're not maintained anymore. It's been 2 years since they've been touched. But you guys didn't listen to me when I bid the job. You're a management company. You know better than the guy that's been maintaining the place for the last 6 years. What do I know? You know what I mean?
Right.
Who am I? Who am
That's why I
I?
don't-
Just the guy that cleans
Well,
out the gutters and cleans the windows inside and out.
Just
What do I
just
know?
a regular ground guy.
Yeah, just a regular ground guy, you know, and, you know, nobody likes me. You know what I mean? Whatever.
I'll tell you what. This is the one thing any of you can take to the bank, whether it's commercial or residential.
Mhm.
And I was taught not by my dad, but by a friendly competitor that I bought his business that clashed with my father. And he told me, your dad is sick. This is when he was alive because he chases money all the time. And I'm like, okay. I go, that's the nature of this business. He goes, no, it's not. He goes, when you have an account that's a problem payer and you have to go back 3 times to get paid, he goes, get your money, quit them, and go find someone else that will pay you. And it might take a while.
Listen.
Eventually, you end up with good accounts.
And not only that, and not just my own experience. When you have a situation like that where somebody's not paying, you walk away from that. 9 times out of 10, in my experience, there's always something that replaces that. You know what I'm saying? There's always
that's the law of nature.
Always.
The two things I hate, and TJ can attest to one of them. Well, if you give me a good deal, my friends will want to go.
Yep.
Which basically
That doesn't
means
work.
I want to pay shit money, I'm not going to pay you.
Mhm.
And then banks who go, well, I have 16 locations, which has just happened to me. And my buddy got all excited. The kid who's like running the office was like, dude, look at that shit online. Don't go out and look at it. It's a waste of your fucking time.
Dude, I'll
Because
tell you
here's
one.
what's going to happen. Because they're going to come back to you with some bullshit price that we don't want to do it for. And they'll be like, well, we'll do it 3 times a year. They're going to do it once. And you're going to get caught pricing it for 3 times a year instead of the one-time fucking
Right.
thing.
And you ain't going to get it.
And
Yeah.
you're not going to get it, and they're not loyal to you because it's a fucking bank, dude. Like, that's...
Dude, you're right. 100%. The biggest mistake
It
I
is-
made, that if anyone hears this and doesn't make the mistake, then it's a benefit. It's a positive. I had a management company come to me and said, give us a price on the windows. I gave them a price on the windows. It was a nice building. It was like an 8-story building, about 4 or 5 day job. And they said, we have to reject your proposal because you don't have $5 million of insurance. And I'm like, okay, well, I got 3 and a 1 million umbrella. That's 4. And he says, you need to bring it up $1 million. And he goes, and them trucks, 100, 300 ain't going to work. You got to bring them up to $1 million. So I'm like, okay, but here's the deal. If I do this, I go, you all that comes out of the profit right there. I go, you have to give me more opportunity, meaning I know y'all manage 10 other buildings in the area. Okay, and I took him for his word. That cost me 5 G's for the year, and I never got another fucking thing out of him. And you know what? On that job, I didn't lose money, but I didn't make very much either,
I'm
and
gonna
I
tell
quit.
you, I had that same kind of the same scenario where they were like, you know, this is what you got to, and I'm just like, no, I'm not. I told the property manager, the guy that I had worked for 15 years. I was like, or at that time it was probably 13 years. I was like, I'm not doing it because I'm not making any money if I do this. This is ridiculous.
Right.
The amount of insurance I have to carry to do windows at ground level is fucking like, come on, dude.
Right.
And I'm not, you know what I mean? They're like, you gotta have this much on your truck. I'm like, what do you mean? I got full coverage on my truck, no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on. So I have to have double insurance. So you want double insurance on everything. You know what I mean? Come on, dude. Like, don't be realistic,
I
man.
just laugh and move on, man. I'm like, hey,
I told. Well, he called the management company. Like, listen, I was kind of like a deal breaker. They were like, listen, if you guys can't make this work with him, like, what are we doing? I mean, I've been working for this company for a decade. You know what I mean? Like, pretty good relationship.
Yeah.
It's a financial institution. You know what I mean?
Side of the business, and they're like, well, they need this. I'm like, do they really?
Well, once they just didn't know the scope of the work. They didn't know the scope of the work. And once I sat down with somebody within their company, we had like a conversation instead of just like numbers and a couple of emails. I just told them like, this is what we're doing. And they're like, it's different. You know what I mean? Because they're just some big fucking firm. You know what I mean? They don't
slapping numbers around to see what's going on.
Yeah. I don't know.
So
It turned out to be cool in the end. I mean, I've been working with them for a while now.
That's
They
good.
actually
That's-
said that I'm one of their favorite vendors. You know what I mean?
Preferred
So,
vendor, yeah.
yeah. So I get a lot of opportunities through them. They're so it's it's turned out to be a good relationship, but like sometimes you just gotta like
No,
either
you have
turn and
to-
walk
you
away
gotta-
or come to some kind of happy medium, because sometimes it doesn't make it worth it. Like Mark
Yeah.
said, you got to give me a little more here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Come
you
on.
got it. Yeah.
You know, I'm
Yeah,
going to be paying
yeah.
through the nose on this shit. It's like where we're eating profit here.
My bad,
Well,
buddy.
like, so I
My bad,
got
buddy.
an actually unique opportunity that happened, right? So this guy had me build like bid this huge building for like windows and power washing, and it's like a $20,000 job, and I was off by $700 from the smallest competitor. He's like, "Can you match?" I go, "I'll match if you give me half up front." So like when we sign the contract, when we get on site, you give me half up front. He's like, "All right, let me talk to them. Let me do this." I'm like, "Well, if you want me to match the lowest bid, like this is what you have to do." Because I'm
Right.
not waiting 90 days on the lowest fucking bid. Like,
Yeah.
I'm-
yeah.
I told him, I'm like, dude, I got
Give
seven.
me my money.
I got seven
Give
guys.
me
I
my
gotta-
money.
Yeah, I was like, no, like this is what you got to do. He's like, we
Yeah.
have to fill up this. I go, here's what I'm telling you. If I have to fill all this bullshit out, and like one, you're not supposed to tell me what the lowest bid is, but I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Well, that's because he wanted you.
No, I know
That's-
exactly
yeah.
because we do all this other buildings, and he was
Uh-huh.
like, it's a lot. You want to save $700? You got to give me 10 grand up front then. Like
Yeah.
the second
Yeah.
we sign the contract, 10 grand up front.
You gotta
seven
protect
bucks.
yourself. You gotta protect yourself in some way. You know, if they're asking for a little, you gotta get a little.
You ever want to win? I had to get a win. I was like, all right, if you're gonna make me lowest, then you got to pay me half up front. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least I know I can cover payroll for the 2 weeks we got to fucking be doing this bullshit for.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I don't be like, well, it's 90 days, and they don't cut checks till Friday, and like you can drive fucking.
That was
Kansas
well
with-
worked. I've got
Dude,
myself
the
in
amount
that
of times I've
situation.
sat in someone's office, been like, "Where the fuck is my check?" You told me I was gonna get 3 weeks ago. Dude, I am Josh Shope. I sit there and I go, "Hi." I get there at 7
Yeah.
a.m. I will sit there till 11 a.m. and be like, "Where's my fucking check?"
Yeah.
I'll sit here. Somebody here is in payroll. Somebody
Right.
give me a fucking check. Yeah.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
I just don't want to do that shit anymore. I don't want to strong arm Indians into giving me my fucking money. Yeah, I just don't
Oh
want
my
it.
god, this is the worst podcast we ever did.
I don't think it's that
I
bad.
thought it was pretty good until that comment.
Yeah.
Don't let
you
it get
ruined
strong
it.
arm, dude. Fucking,
You ruined it.
don't let it happen. I was gonna say something else that was worse, so I didn't. But I hold it back.
Well, good job holding back.
Yeah.
There's
I'm
certain
proud of
people
you.
that dick around with your money, and you just don't let them dick around with your money. I'll sit in your fucking office, just like, oh, match my energy. Okay, cool. We can do what you want to do.
My
I
dad
have-
was like that. My dad would sit his ass in the chair, and he would wait. Well, my dad would go. They're like, "Can I help you?" "Yeah, I'm here for pick up a check for the window cleaning." "Oh, well, the doctor's busy right now. Can you come back?" "No, I was here last week when I cleaned it. I need to get paid." And say, "Okay." So then he'd sit there, and they'd ignore him, and eventually go, "You really should come back another time." He'd look at him and go, "Let me ask you a question. You get your paycheck every other week or every week, at the end of the week and twice a month or whatever?" And they're like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, what would make you think I'm not interested in getting my paycheck? Would you be here if you didn't get paid on the agreed
Sure,
pay?"
man.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm petty as fuck. I'll sit in an office
There's
all
a-
day. for $300, dude.
Listen,
I don't
there's a
give fuck.
dude that fucking owes me money and has owed me up money for a long time. And every time I see him, I say something to him. At the grocery store, in the line at the gas station, like straight up. I'm like, "Hey man, how's about my money, player?"
Yep.
And he's an old dude. He's an old dude too.
Yeah.
He's an old cat. Yeah, I give
Yeah.
him
Just park,
shit.
dude.
Yeah.
I parked my
Fuck that
car
guy.
in the driveway. You trying to leave today?
Fuck him in
Bro,
his
he
seat.
got
That's
he
the
got
thing.
me on 2 construction cleans. I used to do all this dude's construction cleans, and this last one he got new painters, and they painted over these French doors. And I called him. I'm like, "You got to come over here and check this out. You got the interior French doors." And the dude just painted like latex them. Just, you know what I mean? Just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just said, "Fuck it." And I was like, listen, man, this is going to be extra. She's like, yeah, whatever it takes, you just, whatever. I used to take the windows apart. Have to take the windows apart. There were sliders back and forth, lefty and righties. I'd have to pop both panes of glass out and pull the track up out because that the drywall guys would get, dude, you'd never seen anything. It was the worst shit I've ever seen, dude. But I was paid for it.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? He paid me for it, and then I don't know what it was, but he decided he wasn't going to no more. I think it was because he wanted me to do a third one the same day, and I'm like, listen, I don't have time for that. You ain't gonna come over, just call me, and just be like, hey, you got to do this one too. No, I can't. I got other shit to do. You know what I mean? You aren't the only guy in the universe.
I hear you. So I have, man, should I tell this story? Yeah, I'm gonna tell it anyways. I had some legalities in this fucking story, but fuck it. This homeboy in this big property tried to like big dick me, and he's like, "Come clean the windows, do this shit, whatever." It was like $2,000 in window cleaning, outside only, on a house, $2,000. Dude, it's a big ass house. So I clean all this shit up, whatever. He gets all this work done on the inside. He's like, "These windows look like shit." And I go, "Yeah, it's all on the inside." So I walk through with him. I'm wiping my finger. He's like, "Oh yeah, no, that makes sense." So then he sends me a harassment letter because I showed up at his property. I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Well, this was after he didn't pay you, right?
No, so this is why we've discussed like why he thought my work was bad. So like I walked inside the house with him, like, "Hey man, all this shit's inside. Like we can clean this up for you for like another $2,000. All this looks good." He sends me. He's got a lawyer buddy who sends me a fucking thing. I got a lawyer on retainer, so I fucking sue the motherfucker back. We go back and forth. Midnight, me and my brother show up with a bucket of mud and huck mud all over. Like 1 o'clock in the morning, my wife's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. I'll be home in like 45 fucking minutes, dude." We threw mud all over this shit. And then he's like, "You guys did this." I'm like, "No, we didn't do shit." I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Dude, this shit was caked in mud. It was that soft, like sand mud, like next to the beach, you know what I mean? Like it was like a little bit of clay action. I was like, "John, give no fucks." I'm like, "You're not gonna pay, dude. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna get my $2,000 worth of good times over here." And that was like fucking 2 years ago. It still ain't settled. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
guy.
okay.
My dad used to do. My dad, if obviously it was on the storefront. He'd get. You know how you always have keys laying around from old locks?
Yes.
Like what's this key fit? And you changed that lock out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He'd always have a few in his glove box. And if a customer got bad and he was ready to quit him, he'd walk up there and he'd fucking hammer that key into the lock and snap it off. And then he'd actually go to the back door. He'd go to the back door and bust one off in the back door. He's like, "Motherfucker ain't working today." He goes, 10 times what they owe me.
Yeah.
Cost you more than the window cleaning.
Yeah.
And it's like $150, $200 to get both.
My brother-in-law, when he worked for me, we had this pizza place that the guy was an asshole. You know, if you weren't completely Italian, he talked to you like shit. He was just a loudmouth guy. And my brother-in-law goes, "I really don't want to clean him anymore." I'm like, I'm going to tell you like my dad told me, just shut up and take his money, right? One day I go, "I'll meet you there." I go pull your hand, give you a hand. It's like 6:30 in the morning, just the sun's coming up, and I pull up my brother-in-law Dale's. I see him. I'm like, "What the fuck is he doing?" It was an older strip mall, and it had the mail slot in the doors. He had his wiener stuffed through the mail slot, and he's peeing on the floor. Like he's like, get back! I'm getting stage fright." I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I'm just impressed he had enough fucking limp dick to go through that fucking mail slot. What a fucking player, boy. Oh, fucking hell yeah, bro. I want to be like him someday, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, dude. So what's funny is this kid brings it up. My wife over the past 3 months has been like, "Hey, let's go back to church. Let's try this church." The motherfucker I threw mud all over his shit goes to the same church that I fucking go to.
So you never got paid, Seth? You never got paid?
He has no idea I did it either. Like, he has no idea. I hope he doesn't watch this podcast.
He does now.
He does now.
Well, if he does, I'm going to be in a little bit of trouble, but I haven't named names or places, so it's fine.
Hopefully
But, yeah.
nobody that has a bone to pick with you is watching.
Right.
I hope not. 'Cause
Fucking
I'll
drop a
fucking
dime
shut-
on you.
keep it up. Like,
Drop
you
a
know,
dime on you.
Jesus flipped over the tables for the Pharisees, son. So, like, I'm here to cause destruction, my dude.
My dude.
You want to fuck me over,
Dude,
Joe?
let me tell you something. I have problem customers now, and I just walk away.
Yeah.
But there was a time, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, especially in the route, I told this story. I bought someone else's business, and it was a nail salon, okay? And we sent out letters and introduction, and I worked with the other owner, and everybody was cool with it. And this nail salon paid like the first 2 months of invoicing, and then he ran like 3. So my wife calls him and goes, "Hey, I'm just calling about the unpaid balance of window cleaning." And he goes, "I never hired you. I hired Ace Window Cleaning. That was the company I purchased. I hired Ace Window Cleaning, and I don't know who you think you are cleaning my windows." So my wife goes, "Well, it's interesting because you got the letter and you paid the first 2 months with our guys. I'm just kind of wondering what changed." And he goes, "What changed was I never hired you, never clean my windows again." So, and he hangs up on her. So she calls me angry. I go, "Kate, listen, people are assholes. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of them." "What are you going to do?" "I'll take care of them." He had 2 big picture windows and a door. I went there at 4:00 in the morning and scraped every bit of lettering off his windows. Okay, the vinyl decals, everything. Not only did I scrape it off, I cleaned it up off the ground. Okay, and not only that, because remember what I say: if you're going to be a dick, be a big dick. I actually parked across the street at 9 a.m. when I knew he'd be showing up to open up. That bitch walked past his nail salon, not realizing it was his. Turned around, did a double take, like, what in the fuck happened here? I go, guess what? He owes me 120. He's going to spend 500 to put that letter. But now there's cameras everywhere. You can't do that shit no more.
Yeah.
Everybody got cameras.
Yeah, definitely not commercially. Residentially, you got to know what you're walking into.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah.
Nah, fuck that, son. Send them to hell. We go in the same place.
Yeah.
I'll remove the raptor from my own eye to remove the straw from your
No,
stuff.
your
Dude,
people believe that you're living in hell right now. So
my people? Who are my people?
Jesus.
Let's not do this.
Come on.
Because we have like maybe 1 or 2 who watch this shit. I don't want to fuck with them.
okay,
You know
buddy,
what I'm
I'm
saying?
sorry.
Now let's just have a good time, Jacob. Why do you always have to start shit?
That's what I do. Well, it's just with Seth.
No, it's not just for Seth, because you know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Because you do this to me all the time. Jacob, what I've learned is that you are trying to bait me, motherfucker. You're always trying to
I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, I get it, buddy.
trying to bait me, dog.
I'm just trying to figure out what he's always doing on his phone while we're doing the podcast, besides not adding to the show.
I'm scheduling work tomorrow. Me?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
I know Jacob ain't scheduling work for tomorrow.
How many times can you schedule that Burger King?
I'm just saying.
I didn't fucking say it. Don't look
Jacob's
at me,
day is planned.
He can get up and do whatever his wife tells him to.
So am I.
Yeah, I mean, me too. Dude, that's kind of tight.
It's
I gotta
kinda
be honest. Actually, that's not that bad. You get paid to listen to your wife. That's kind of sick.
I mean, she's your boss, right? That's why we're giving you shit. I mean, like,
Right.
legitimately your boss, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you say yes, ma'am, during certain times?
No.
of the night? Yes.
You should.
Oh, I'm going to start doing that.
4 seconds. She's like,
You think you'd have more respect for your boss, dude?
Yeah, dude. Respect your boss. Don't
Yeah,
be
why
a
don't you
millennial.
respect your boss, Jacob?
I do respect my boss.
Mark Darnell, he needs to come on the podcast.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
He said no. Mark Darnell, he can't. He can't. He's tried to be on the show. He's not good at it.
No.
Every time he gets on, it's like a picture of his forehead and one eyeball.
Yeah.
That was actually kind of awesome, but for like a one-time kind of thing.
We gotta
Like
do
where
like
he's-
a Patreon only fucking record off the air fucking thing with Mark Darnell just for the Patreon guys, maybe.
Right?
I mean, maybe we'll get some chicken and peas or something. Who knows?
Remember that?
Dude, that was so wild.
Oh my god.
That was so
That was
wild,
the
dude.
one in the snow was actually disturbing. You seen the one in the snow in the backyard?
Yeah.
That was disturbing.
Remember when he had like the paper mache
Peas
head
and carrots.
standing out by
Didn't
the
he take
highway?
a shit? Didn't he take a
Yeah, he shit in the snow.
Remember the Barbie dolls? It's like, you have
Didn't
Before
he
my
do
time.
like a? Didn't he do like a super close up?
Yeah, oh
turn
yeah.
shot. Yeah.
Yeah, it flew out. You never realize that shit moves at about 100 miles an hour.
That shit was
No.
so good, dude.
TJ, do you remember when we had the Barbie dolls? Who's like, hey, kids, well, do you have cigarettes for later? Oh, yeah, I have some cigarettes
Yes.
for you. Dude, this is the craziest
When
thing
you
I've
got
ever
shit, ain't nobody fucking with you.
Dude, one time, I'll never forget. It was a Friday because I know where I was. He sends me a message and he goes, "You're not gonna believe it. I bought a Raptor." And I'm like, "Oh man, that's fucking awesome. I wish I had a Raptor." Right? And he goes, I go, we're talking back and forth. I go, "That's an expensive ass truck." He goes, No, not a truck, a 4-wheeler. You know, Yamaha makes a Raptor. So I'm like, he sent me a picture of the bike, and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." My buddy had one of those. So I go, you know, it would be funny as hell because, like, apparently he lives in a real rural area with a lot of property. I go,
Siggy
"Dude,"
girls.
I go, you know, it'd be cool if you rode that fucker around naked. He goes, "Hang on a minute, dude. It wasn't 10 seconds. He already had done that. He
Yeah.
sent me a video of him riding that thing butt ass naked."
Do you remember him cleaning windows at a house? He's like, pro tip, if you have to go to the bathroom in someone's house and he just stuck his dick like in a tree and just peed in someone's garden. He like had his arms out like his wiener out. And he's like,
Oh my
god. He was cleaning a storefront with a 6-inch squeegee on like a broom pole, and it's one of my fucking favorite. He's like,
You remember when we were in Branson, and there was that dude that was cleaning the windows on the train? Who? I mean, we thought for sure
Mark Darnell.
it was Mark Darnell, or it was fucking what's his name? Craig. I think it was Craig.
If it was Craig, that's intense, but I'm homo, says Mark Darnell. Chicken and peas.
Siggy girls. The Siggy girl shit is out of control, dude.
Remember chicken and peas?
Yeah,
Remember that
dude,
one where he
chicken
walks
and
out
peas, man.
naked with the bowling pin?
Kids!
Oh my gosh.
Kids!
It's my memory of Facebook, dude. I don't have Facebook anymore. But do you have any cigarettes? We're gonna sleep over. Highly probably. My mom doesn't let me have it. His wife would film it a lot. Motherfucker's got like 3 kids running around. Siggy girls.
That dude is
That's
hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
I've never met him, but he's the best.
The
Escape-
fucking chicken and peas. I'll never forget chicken and peas as long as I live. I'll never forget that. Like a dick. Raw dick on a plate with a can of peas dumped on it. Like, dude.
Fucking wild.
Dude.
Yeah, he was like mashing the peas with the wiener and everything.
I sent it to Mark, and homeboy's like, "Man, I don't know, man."
I'm getting a little nervous on
He's
this.
like, "I don't." Mark's like, "I don't know about this guy, man." I'm like, "Nah, man, it's cool, man. It's cool, bro."
That shit is too funny.
I fucking dying. Kids! Dude, that was so fucking funny, man. Man, that was funny. Mark Darnell was fucking a hoot and a holler.
Yeah.
That was a hoot and a holler, man. Those were the best, man. Those were the days, bro. Back when we were all cool, now we're all old and not cool.
Right?
Now we're all lame and shit. You know, can't be cool forever, though, right?
Right?
Well, man, we'll see you guys next week. I'm going to try to get a guest on here. Well, I want someone to be a guest.
Yeah. Someone reach out, Mark Darnell.
Like Luke the window cleaner's punk ass or somebody, man. A bunch of scrubs, man.
Get Chris on. We missed Chris because he didn't come on.
Chris is a bum-ass dude over there at windowcleaner.com. Make sure you click the link in our bio. And,
Buy you a Squeegee Life
and
pole,
I'm
some
sorry,
Maker products.
Some Maker products, some Black Diamond squeegee rubber, like something. You know what I mean? Some Sorbo tools, you know, because Talked about him today. You know what I'm saying? All that good shit. We will see you guys next week. Hopefully with a cool guest. If not, we'll just be regular dudes on
We'll
here.
just be hanging out.
It'll just be us. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to do besides that. Besides be us, right?
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
That's all we can do anymore, dude. Seth's fucking not here, which is lame.